Okay, recently, the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Yo, stop.
Young Miami has won Best Hip Hop Platform for 2 years in a row. After only dropping 4 episodes since last year.
Clean sweep, man.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep, man.
Nori said something, as he should, because I think he co-won that award last year.
Yeah.
And, shout out to Nori. Me and Nori are in a good space right now. Congratulations. He's gotten some very dope interviews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and him may get up and do something in the future. But he mentioned something. Nori has done his thing. You've done your thing. You didn't even get nominated. You know what I'm saying? No, listen, I understand as a white guy, I'm not going to get a nomination for Black entertainment television.
If you don't get nominated next year,
listen, all I got to say is, if you want to talk about interviews, name a more important interview than Keefe D in 2023.
Vlad,
seriously.
Vlad,
I'm just going to say, name a more important interview.
I'm going to be honest with you. I actually agree with Caresha winning. I reviewed the content. She was asking some hard-hitting questions. That's what I call journalism media. She was talking about who she asked. She asked Trina about getting peed on. That hit different. It did hit different. Once I heard that, I said, this is why she has to win. I'm gonna give her credit because here's the thing. What I've realized, there's a route of a lot of these female entertainers that kind of come out with this trashy, overly provocative sexual music. They get burnt out really quick, which is kind of like how it is in the neighborhood, right? Like the hoe come on the block and she get burnt out real quick, and then you look for the next hoe. So we go from the city girls to we get the Megs, we get the motherfucking Glorillas, we get motherfucking Sexy Red. It's the degeneracy always continues. By the way, I love Glorilla. But anyway, here's the thing. After they're not, because the city girls ain't popping like that no more. Let's just be
You heard
honest.
about the new album title?
What is it?
RAW. And that stands for Raw Ass Whores.
Again, here's the thing what they're running into. Y'all too rich now. Sexy Red seems more ghetto. We only like the ghetto version of y'all.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I mean? And that's
you're not gonna out ghetto.
Yeah, you can't out ghetto her.
She got you a lot.
Yes,
sex tape and all.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna knock Caresha because I think she realized music don't hit the same no more. Let's pivot. She's doing clearly like some hostings, and she's doing the podcast. In terms of the award, and let me stop being sarcastic.
But let me ask you, were you at all bothered that you weren't even nominated? Listen, shout out. Let's just take a look at the nominations.
I was 2 years ago, I was really upset. And I realized, I said, listen, in your life, anytime you've ran into a problem, you never sat there and complained and kept running into the same problem. You either made a way around it or you found a way to deal with it. It's always been that way. So 2 years ago was the last time I was upset. Whether they award me in the future, I don't care. You know what I've said to myself? They ain't nominate you when you're the hottest shit out. Either you make your own award show or give light to another award show that actually highlights you, that's more accurate to the culture, or shut up about it. So when I see it now, I just hit the LOL button.
Look, the nominations this year, all hip hop. Listen,
shout out to Grouchy Greg, but come on.
Grouchy Greg, you know what I'm saying? This is a platform that was, I supported, that was around way before Vlad TV.
I used to post their forums.
Oh, really? Okay. They've done stories on me.
IC. I used to be on there.
Yeah, when I was a mixtape DJ, they did stories on me. Probably the longest running independent hip hop media platform that's still around today. I have respect for what they do, but moving the needle, you can't say that all hip hop moves the needle very much. You know what I'm saying? They have their own following and so forth, but they don't put out a lot of original content. I've never seen all hip hop trending for anything. But
no exclusive.
$1 million worth of game. Okay, I think that's a fair one. Joe Budden.
Wait, by the way, I think they need to separate. And let me let you read this. Go ahead. Just read this.
$1 million worth of game. Gilly and Wallow. Okay, that's a fair one. Me and Gilly don't talk, but it is what it is. Joe Budden. Our history is long and convoluted. But Joe definitely is a strong voice in what's happening right now, and he deserves to be in this list. Drink Champs, I agree. Rap Caviar doesn't make any sense because Rap Caviar is a playlist, right? So I don't even know why the hell it's on that list. Double XL, beyond the freshman issue, has absolutely no relevance in our culture. Name something outside the freshman list that Double XL has contributed to hip hop in the last 5 years. Name me an interview, name me a story, name me anything outside of the freshman list.
Them and Complex used to make like lists, but we don't even care about their list no more. Like a list on Twitter goes more viral. No, you're absolutely right.
Hip Hop DX, listen, me and Tommy are cool. You know, we've had some issues over the years, but still, we're still cool. Once again, Hip Hop DX is an established platform, but what have they done? They're aggregators of other, just like all hip hop, they're essentially aggregators of everyone else's content, which I don't expect VladTV.com to get nominated for anything because we just aggregate content. But the YouTube channel is the YouTube channel. And finally, the Breakfast Club, which I believe should be on that list. So literally half the people shouldn't be on there at all.
So
is how I believe.
This is what I think. First and foremost, award shows are usually really, sometimes they get antiquated real quick and they're really clunky. This needs to be separated. First of all, podcasts are so influential, that should be its own category.
Yeah.
A podcast technically is a platform, but it's a podcast, okay? Just by the nature, everybody has a platform. A rapper has a platform. You're going to just put a rapper on there?
An Instagram channel is a platform.
Yeah, it's just, so again.
Twitter, someone's Twitter account is a platform.
Exactly. So again, I think podcasts, like for example, $1 Million Worth of Game, Drink Champs, Joe Budden's podcast, they should be competing among themselves.
I agree.
When you're talking about platforms, and we're talking about hip-hop platforms, the conversation should clearly be among platforms. It's not, you see, it's not even personality-based. If they said, Ack, we didn't nominate you, but it's not your personality, it's your platform. All right, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then it should be Vlad TV's platform, not Vlad. It should be No Jumper, not Adam.
Yeah.
Those are platforms, right? Caresha, that's a show. Okay, or really a podcast,
right?
How is this like? Think about it like this. When I think about the biggest and best platforms in the game on a media level, I'm thinking about where and who breaks the biggest stories. Who is the person where their content is changing the media game? It's going viral all the time. They're creating content. They're reporting stuff first. They're breaking news. That's what a platform is. Like for example, no one would say, okay, the biggest, I don't know, like if they're talking about, the biggest sports platforms and they say,
First Take.
Yeah. And then they just throw Stephen A's name in there. You know what I mean? So again, it's like, we should separate it, but I'm going to be honest about the BT Awards. If there was ever a time that you guys are at home and if, there was a time that I believed in, the Tooth Fairy Tale. I believed in Santa Claus, right? And there was a time that I really think that these award shows were supposed to really nominate the one, right? And by the way, I know some of y'all probably thinking about y'all Viewers' Choice Awards, okay? Y'all thinking, let me keep voting every day. It's all cap, okay? Listen, these are handshake deals. These are all conversations that's happened before. Hey, could you show up to the award show? If you do, we'll give you the award.
Right.
Hey, well, this person is into it with this person. Let me ask you this question. I want to ask you sincerely, Vlad. Mm-hmm. If Diddy isn't, well, he's not dating her. If he isn't having sex with Young Miami and her show doesn't come out on Revolt, do you think she gets nominated?
No.
What does that tell us?
Exactly what everyone is thinking right now. It's the Diddy Awards. It's the Revolt Awards. I mean, I get it. Listen, and I know she's upset because she's just doing her job. I don't think she was the one involved in trying to manipulate this or anything else like that.
She's getting the Iggy Azalea treatment. Remember when Iggy Azalea was getting best rap album or best, like she was getting like best rap, and everybody's looking like, and then she's in an awkward position.
Macklemore winning best rap album over Kendrick. Yeah,
Macklemore, he played it right. He said, I should have won. It should have
been him. Yeah.
So it's definitely awkward for Young Miami. I don't blame Young Miami for that. Like the wheels that are turning in terms of making that happen is beyond her. But those are the power people in the game. The reason why me and Vlad don't get those type of nominations is because, bro, we're independent media. And there is, like, again, people don't realize that, let's say the Grammys. if you watch the Grammys, I believe it's on CBS, right? Is it or ABC? Either one. Whatever station has the Grammys, it's one of the top 5 most watched programming for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they really up in there like, yo, let's really get the best, let's award the best people, or do they say, let's make the best TV?
Yeah.
People keep forgetting that an award show is a TV show.
Yeah, like who's going to show up? Are we going to nominate? Are we going to have a whole bunch of winners who are not coming to the show?
Kanye West exposed the VMAs before. He said, yo, they literally just say, hey, if you come, we'll give you the award.
Wow, he said that.
Yeah, he said it on stage years ago.
Yeah, man, listen, like I said, me being white
he went
and
off,
this being a black entertainment television thing, I get it. I don't think Adam will ever get nominated as well, and he has a very big platform. But you not being on the list is criminal. And I'll just say that. You being on the list is criminal. Matt Hoffa not being on the list this year is criminal.
I think, I think I have a strained relationship with BT. And I think as independent media, I don't know for sure, so I don't want to just say it definitively, but I think as, you know, I keep calling what me, you, Adam does, independent media. As we became bigger within our own right, it really showcased the obsoleteness of BT. It's not in their best interest to highlight us when we are working against their bottom line. Yeah. Every viewer we take away from, like, again, I go to a lot of people's cribs, they don't even have cable, right?
Yeah.
They like,
I don't have cable.
Put it like this, I seen the viewership count for like one of their shows and it was like 100,000 people. Real talk. If you look over a span of 10 to 15 years, and you know these executives, that's how they look at stuff, right? They're watching the viewers dwindle. Yeah. Where is it going? It's going to us, right? You think they're going to be like, well, we're doing an award show. We got to keep it fair. Let's just highlight the fact that all of the people that used to watch us are watching them.
Yeah.
It's not feasible. So when I look at it like that, I completely get it. And that's why, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I'm just like, just don't spit in the air and let it fall in my face and call it rain, right? At least if I get you not nominate me, but bro, Caresha, please, dog. Like, come on, dog. Like, at least if you're going to do the finesse, make it believable.